One off. We got Knicks Sixers at the Garden. Game 2. The Knicks' last 3 wins in the postseason have come by at least 25 points. That's the longest streak in NBA playoff history. Got no Joel Embiid in this one, but the Sixers came to play. Tyrese Maxey backdoor dunk. And Maxey drives to the basket, gets the layup to fall. Efficient early. The Sixers up 6 here. The Knicks making a game. Jalen Brunson with a steal. Shakes off the defender, lays it in. Knicks cut it to 1. Knicks in transition. Josh Hart hits a cutting OG Anunoby for 2. Then less than 10 seconds left in the half. Maxey finds VJ Edgecombe. He knew I had to knock it down. Sixers up by 1 at the half. No Embiid, no problem early in the third, though. Knicks trailing. Karl Anthony Towns driving, hits the lay, the deuce, and the damage. Knicks down 1 after the free throw. Towns driving, a wild shot. Lands on top of the backboard. But you know what? We got skills. Maxey decides Andre Drummond should be able to get it with the broom, but I mean, can't get it done. Kat's like, listen, my house, my rules.
Well, it is his fault, first of all, so he should have done that.
He should have. But Timothy Chalamet is like, that's my guy.
Okay.
So listen, that was a sign of strength for the Knicks, and here they come. Brunson lays it in, and the game is tied at 79. Honestly, popping that ball out really did well for them. VJ Edgecombe for 3, though. Sixers up 1 at the end of the third. A very close game. To the fourth quarter we go. Middle of the fourth, OG kicks it out to Hart. 4-3, that's a bucket. The game is tied at 99. Who will be the first to 100? Lawler's Law, we'll see. Brunson stops on the dime, hits the midi. The Knicks up 2. About a minute later, same score. Brunson hits the B button, spin move, gets it to go. Knicks up 103-99. Next possession, same score. Anunoby cuts to the paint, appears to hurt his leg. His shot is blocked, but the rebound gets to Mikal Bridges, who hits the J. Watch it go down, and boom goes the dynamite. OG would leave the game, not return. Knicks up 105-99. And Paul George pulls up from 3, way short. Sixers can't get it done. Knicks win 108-102, a close one to take the 2-0 series lead.
I think we made things difficult. I also think they missed some good looks, so got away with a couple. But we strung some stops together down the stretch when we needed to, and created like a 5-6 point cushion, and then just kind of kept that.
I mean, we just found a way to execute, you know, and we got the stops that was needed, got the rebounds. I think that was something that was really in us with our offensive rebounding, and we found a way to get the stops and end those possessions. And on offense, I mean, huge shout out to Kale, to Jalen, making the big shots and giving us a lead like that. But our defense was something special.
We felt like we should have won it. Like I say, it came down to shot making at the end of the game. They were making shots, we wasn't. I felt like, you know, I mean, Brunson made a lot of tough shots towards the end of the game. We missed wide open ones. I say he's a good player. He's going to score. We won't hold him scoreless. He's a good player. But I think we did a real good job. I said everyone was scoring for them.
Everyone was scoring for them. Wednesday night was the 14th time that Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns both have 20 points in the same playoff game. That ties Walt Frazier and Dave DeBusschere for most by any teammates in Knicks franchise history. They'll have a chance to break the tie Friday in Game 3.
NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins, kind enough to kick us with us here on SportsCenter. Kendrick, this game was more snug than my suit after dinner. But down the stretch, Knicks find a way to pull away in this bad boy. Who are you stamping as the man responsible for them being able to get this win?
Well, look, we know what big body Brunson is capable of doing, right? One of the best closers in the game, and he had his moments. Karl Anthony Towns been huge defensively, but I got to show a lot of love to OG Anunoby. He's been spectacular all throughout this postseason and in this game tonight. He did it. He got it done on both ends of the floor. Been knocking down his three, showing his versatility, being a hell of a slasher off the ball that has opened up the offense for the New York Knicks. And defensively, he allowed the New York Knicks to go small, and when Karl-Anthony Towns was in foul trouble in the second half and played the center position. OG Anunoby is the most important player on the New York Knicks far as their success and where they're trying to go. And if he continues to play at this level, there's nothing that's going to stop the Knicks from winning this series and advancing or getting out of the Eastern Conference.
I mean, as close as this game was, Perk, it's also important to note that the Sixers were without Joel Embiid, and it seemed like they just ran out of gas in this game. But what they showed you without their big man, can they win Game 3 back in Philly without Embiid?
Well, yeah, they can. And listen, it's going to be hard, but the one thing that I noticed tonight was the perimeter play. Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, they all stepped up to play and was knocking down shots, especially early in the game. And that's why the game was so close, because they were playing at an elite level, especially when they decided to go small and go toe-to-toe with the New York Knicks. Now, can they win this series without Joel Embiid? Hell no, because we saw late in the fourth quarter what ended up happening when they couldn't make shots. They didn't have nothing else to go through. See, Joel Embiid is that big man that you could play through in the half-court set that's going to get you easy baskets, that's going to get to the free throw line when your shot is not falling. So, again, the 76ers, they came out, they fought, they made adjustments. I expect them to come out even better at home in Game 3. I still believe this series is going to go 6 or 7, giving the edge to the Knicks. But, hey, we in for a brawl for it all.
I like it. I like to see it. And, hey, the official Perk line of this, no Joel Embiid, can the Sixers win? Hell no. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Game 3 on Friday back in the Philadelphia. But we've got more basketball series to preview. We've got some Thursday night games to look ahead to in just a few minutes.
They led by 23 at the half of that one. Tonight, different story. Philly, no Joel Embiid, but plenty of Tyrese Maxey. And the Sixers trying to knock this series at a game apiece, lead it by a digit after 24 minutes. NBA halftime is presented by Hyundai. Ernie Johnson, Chuck, Kenny, Draymond Green in for Shaquille O'Neal, who is on assignment.
What assignment?
I have no idea. But it
I don't know assignment.
Sounds pretty good to say he's on assignment.
Not on assignment.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing. I have no idea.
He didn't even call and tell me. Pretty sure there's hookah involved.
I was not going to say that, but you're welcome to. Hey, this is playing out kind of like you guys all talked about in the pregame show with what Philadelphia would do without Embiid, and Maxey's been the motor.
Well, that's the good news. The three guys we thought had to go crazy for Philadelphia to have a chance, they have played well. They did get a break with Karl-Anthony Towns doing what he does, get stupid fouls all the time for some reason. The kid plays so great, and then he gets in foul trouble without Embiid. He would have had a big night tonight. But Maxey, Embiid, and VJ Edgecombe and Paul George have all played great. You know, you wonder, can they keep it up for 48 minutes? That's going to be the key, because the Knicks got a better bench. They got more physicality. But, man, that was a great first half by those three guys. But, man, Karl-Anthony Towns got to quit getting in foul trouble, man.
Maxey full throttle in that first half. We take a look at the epic moment presented by Hyundai and give you a look at his numbers tonight in the first half. 19 in the first half, 15 of those coming in the second quarter. Game 1, he had 13, only took 9 shots. And so Tyrese Maxey asserting his will in this one. And the Sixers, who got crushed from beyond the arc in Game 1, leading in that department in Game 2.
Well, they're 8 for 17 from 3, and a lot of it's coming in transition. It's exactly what we talked about pregame. You see here, they push the ball up the court. If Joel's out here, they walk the ball up the floor because they're playing at his pace. They have to push the ball to get extra points. PG will get another 3 here. You can see there's an emphasis on sprinting ahead and getting down to the corner. Pops out to the corner, gets another 3. And then this next one is due to their speed, getting downhill. They're playing a bunch of guards. Grimes get downhill, get Kelly Oubre wide open for a 3. So the three-point shooting has to be there for them to have a chance. As I said, they're 8 for 17 from 3. The problem is they're 8 for 17 from 3 was combated by Karl-Anthony Towns getting in foul trouble. So the Knicks didn't play faster. They're only up 1 point, and the Knicks are 3 for 12 from 3.
Jet, what caught your attention in that first half?
Well, what caught my attention was just what he just said. If you're going to do that, you can't give up. They're not getting paint touches, Philadelphia, without Joel Embiid.
So you ain't going nowhere. And I don't race current players. I only race retired players. You got to be retired to get in this game, Draymond. But I'll tell you what. The other thing is, like here, if you're not getting paint touches with Joel Embiid, you cannot give up free throws. That's the easiest way. So when you get to the rim, now you have free throw opportunities. Now he goes, Edgecombe goes to the line. He makes 2. And then you have Maxey again, freeze it here. Right here, you cannot, these are paint touches. This is just like throwing it in the box to Embiid and letting him go to work. So now, paint touch, you get fouled. The line, get to the line, combat it with your threes. You stay in any game. Karl Anthony Towns, we got to be smarter. We just have to be smarter. And now we got free throws again based off the fact that we don't have to have somebody now that has a paint touch and get baskets. And that, to me, is how they're in the game. Threes and free throws, you can't give up both.
Now, how can Philly sustain?
It's going to be difficult because these guys going to have to play they got to all three play the whole game, basically. And the Knicks, I think Karl-Anthony Towns, he's going to play, obviously got to play better. But I don't know if you can keep shooting at that clip because you're going to have to play. But that's their only chance. You might as well go for it. Because hey, we're just going to turn this thing into a track meet, and hopefully we can make enough threes. I don't know if they can do it, but because they should actually, if they shoot that percentage, they should actually be up more. Especially with no big cat out there. They should actually be up 6 to 8 points. You're going to shoot at that clip.
Points in the paint again being dominated by the Knicks. They were plus 26 in game 1, and tonight 38-16 at the half. But a 1-point game. You're watching NBA Halftime. It's presented by